I'm going to show you how to add decimal numbers using the standard algorithm and partial sums. So on the left side, I'm going to use the standard algorithm, and on the right side, I'm going to use partial sums. Both are very similar methods, and I hope you notice the similarities and differences as I explain both of the strategies. For both of the methods, you do need to line up decimal numbers by place value, and the best way to do that is to line up the decimal points so your ones, tenths, and hundredths can match up. So with the algorithm, the first thing I'm going to do is add 4 and 2 hundredths together, and I get 6 hundredths. So 4 plus 2 is 6, and I'm just going to add it in that column. In fact, for the standard algorithm, I am going to make a place value chart. So I have ones, tenths, and hundredths. And here's my decimal point. So similarly, I'm going to add the 4 and 2 hundredths to get 6 hundredths. Next, I'm going to add my tenths in the standard algorithm strategy. I know that 6 and 5 tenths is 11 tenths. So I'm going to, 11 tenths actually means 1 and 1 tenth. So for 11 tenths, 1 is going to go in the bottom in the tenths column, and the 1 whole is going to be in the ones column. So I have 1 and 1 tenths, because 6 and 5 tenths equals 11 tenths, which is 1 and 1 tenths. I'm going to bring my decimal point down so it lines up. So for the partial sums, I'm going to add 6 tenths and 5 tenths together, and that gives me 11 tenths. And as we discussed before, 11 tenths is written as 1 and 1 tenth. Now I'm going to add up my ones column. In the standard algorithm strategy, I have 1 plus 1 plus 3. That gives me 5. So my answer is going to be 5 and 16 hundredths. For the partial sums, I have 1 plus 3, which gives me 4. I'm going to quickly add up my partial sums together to get 5 and 16 hundredths. So 1 and 64 hundredths plus 3 and 52 hundredths is 5 and 16 hundredths. And this is how you use the standard algorithm and the partial sums method to add decimal numbers.